Hey everybody, welcome back. We are Buddies, Spirits, and Cigars.
We are.
Today we are going to review Weller 12 year.
Dun, dun, dun.
One out of the three of us, it will be our very first time to try this. That would be me. The other two yahoos like to dive into stuff before it comes time to get into the show.
We're popping his cherry.
Anyway,
Well, I mean, to be fair, I had it before there was a show. So
to be fair, I'm an alcoholic.
no, you're not.
No,
you
you're
don't,
not.
You don't go to meetings. Alcoholics go to meetings. You're just a damn drunk.
You're just not a quitter.
Okay. I'm with that.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're going to be reviewing this. Dawson brought this one too, and he's already been in it. So neck pour's gone, so that may be good for us. I'm not sure. I haven't had it, so
Yep.
I'm not sure where to even go with this one.
I mean, we just got to drink it. Hey, pop that cork. Let's see what that pop cork that cork pop sounds
the
like.
Screw cap on here.
We are high class white trash around here. I tell you. I mean, hey, pour it a little heavier there.
You get the first one he said since you brought it.
Oh, no.
That's the way it works.
Awful nice.
I also didn't want that plain ass Glencairn.
He got
Oh,
me.
he switched
He
on.
did. He did the old
You
switcheroo.
did the old switcheroo.
The old switcheroo.
All right, so obviously it's a Weller, it's a weeded, and it's a 90 proof. So we're gonna see what the hype's all about.
I mean, this is if there is one, and correct me if I'm wrong. If there is one, besides maybe Blanton's is maybe more like of a fad and a hype around it, but Weller 12 and Blanton seem to be, at least on all my channels and everybody I talk to. I mean, those are the two that are like, and Pappy, you know,
Dude,
Van Winkles and Pappy's.
I mean there's the hype train.
Yep. Blanton's is, well, we're gonna talk about Weller 12. So, as if this wasn't hard enough to find or get, it just had to come out on Yellowstone.
Thank
which
you for that.
Lots and lots of people are big fans of. I like Yellowstone. I enjoy it. So
never seen it.
it's you're kind of missing out.
Beth's hot.
I'm not. Think what you want. It came out on Yellowstone. It's a very popular show. So now it's gonna just snowball onto this and make it even harder to find. So anyway,
And secondary was going down. But you know that y'all don't care.
yeah, I don't care nothing.
Yeah,
about
we don't do secondary.
No, don't do secondary.
I'm
at
just
all.
saying that was good for the bourbon though. It was on its way down, and then it came out on
Well,
Yellowstone.
it was
so I'm sure it's
probably starting to become more readily available in some places other than here.
Yeah.
And
anywhere than like this entire state in Arkansas as well.
Pretty much.
Oklahoma and Arkansas, yeah. So anyway,
We're kind of screwed when it comes to that.
now it is
Even
going to
worse.
be back to not being available again. So no, we're not going to really see any kind of change.
No.
Yeah, no, it'll be the same. I mean, let's do it.
Man.
Y'all ready?
Yep. Now, to be fair, it's been a couple of years since I had this.
Well, before the show, I mean, if you don't have a show, you wasn't talking about having a show, I would have tried it too.
I was just drinking shit because it's good.
In my defense, I believe I actually tried this before I was on here.
But it was not before the show of you knowing about the show.
No.
And nor did you like, hey, Derp, let me donate a sample of this for you guys to try on the show.
I didn't. But look where we're at now. I'm here.
Making up
and
for lost time.
I brought it.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. Gotcha.
It does have a great nose. Though.
It
I get a lot of-
really good.
I get-
I like it.
I get a lot of fruit on the nose. Is that kind of backed up?
It's
by you
because you're
guys?
fruity.
Yeah, it's sweet.
Yeah.
It's got a
sweet.
sweetness to it, which you expect from a wheat whiskey.
Yeah.
Oh, let's do it.
Oh yeah.
I don't have a problem with that.
No, I don't have a problem with it.
That's not the impression that you're leaving me with.
Yeah,
On
I'm
this
not.
bottle.
I'm not
Hey,
getting.
hey,
I'm not getting that same.
If you give me like 3.5, 5 minutes, I'll give you my entire review on it.
Oh yeah, we're going to give you that time.
Well, I mean, that's what we're here for.
so
Stink up the air with your verbal farts.
now,
Keep going.
now, is this another situation where, like the Midwinter Nights Trim, is it better now than when you done a fresh crack?
Yes, but I've had it since then multiple times.
Multiple times, okay.
Because I've sipped on mine a couple times.
I was gonna say the bottle doesn't appear that you've been in it multiple.
I've had
times,
other people's.
like you did on the Midwinter.
No,
Nights
no, no,
Trim.
no, no,
Multiple
no.
times ended up being half a bottle.
Right? No,
You
no.
brought it.
This I had Brent Tooman's, and then I had another buddies of mine. I had 2 or 3 pours out of as well. Because at first, which I want to save that actually.
No, I mean we're here.
Well, at first I thought like I cracked it and it wasn't bad. And I thought, well, maybe I got like I don't know if this happens, like a bad bottle. And so I got to try a buddies, and I was like, oh no, I have the same bottle. It's the same taste.
Well,
But it's just so hard, even with Blanton's. I haven't had any Van Winkles or Pappies. I know Bruce has. It's so hard to live up to that hype, no matter what anybody says.
The ones I've had didn't.
You know, yeah, exactly. Like, you know, I've heard, like, I've had people on the groups and even in person that's the best whiskey you'll ever drink. You know, and it's super hard to live up to that hype.
no, I'm with you.
Now, to be fair, I've had the 10 and the 12. I haven't had any of the 23 or any of that.
So you've had the
I
Van
haven't-
Winkles, haven't had the Pappies.
Right.
The Lot B.
And
I would like
mean,
to try the Lot B.
And I mean, dude, they were okay, but I can tell you that Weller single barrel beats them like it owes them. I mean, that is so much better. And honestly, I like the 107 Weller way better than both of those.
Well, you and I had the
And
Van
that
Winkle
store
10 at the same time.
Yeah.
And my impression was it's just okay.
If I could find it for 60 bones, which is what it's supposed to be retail-ish,
Yep.
I'd buy it.
Yep.
But I'm not remotely about to give over 100 bones for it. It's not remotely.
Yeah, it's
my
hyped.
opinion only.
It's hyped. Blanton single barrel is really hyped as well. We've done that on channel a long time ago, and it's not that great.
So
I think this is pretty good. I don't think it's horrible at all. I don't think that it's. I'll buy MSRP all day long
Oh yeah.
for this.
100%, I would too.
Is that what you got this for?
Yeah, it was like $70, I think.
So you're in the
It's a
ballpark.
little over, but it was.
You're in the ballpark though.
Well, actually, that was after tax, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
but I mean, 10% ish over retail is still not a bad price.
Oh yeah, I'll buy that all day, every day,
Yeah.
all day, every day.
Yeah. So
Start it off.
let's
man.
hear it.
All right. So I get a lot of fruit on this, a sweetness, a little bit of oak. I get a little bit of oak. The thing that does it for me is just, I think the hype has just killed it for me. You know, I've just always heard about this is the best thing you'll ever have in your life, blah, blah, blah. And it's just killed it. Because when I went into it, I was so excited. I finally got a bottle, cracked it open, had it, and it was just straight disappointment.
Well, the thing with that is,
And
you really have to blow people off in the sense of, you know, everybody's giving their reviews and there are some credible sources and you can be like, you know, I'll listen to what you have to say.
Right.
I may not apply it. And you just got to kind of think to yourself like, well, I'm going to go into this and I'm going to form my own opinion. I don't care what anybody else says. I'm just going to form my own opinion and it falls where it falls.
Now, I'm going to start off positive. I'll tell you why I love this bottle. Because the bottle looks great. The hype around it kind of sucks because it's hard to find. But, like, you know, I have that on my shelf and it's displayed at my house. And when I have people walk in, they're like, oh, my gosh, you got a Weller 12? Yeah, you want to try it? Seriously, man? Absolutely. Let's pour some. You know, I gave my brother a pour. Jeremy's tried it. A guy that
We've tried it.
Yeah, you guys have now tried it. A guy that owns
Yes.
a liquor store there in Tahlequah that I'm good buddies with, he's had it at my house. You know, so I love the bottle for that. You know, people see it and they're like, oh my gosh, I get to try this whiskey. Thank you so much. And you can't beat that.
I agree.
I mean that just showing somebody or letting somebody try something that is their unicorn bottle is just one of the best feelings. And getting to share it with friends like that's awesome. I like it. The availability sucks. I mean, there was 2 that dropped in Tahlequah a couple weeks ago, and people were there in Tahlequah, Oklahoma for 2 bottles. That's all they had was 2. They were there at 8 p.m. the day before to stay in line to get this. Granted, one of them was flipped before he even had it. So that was a secondary salesman that, that just kind of sucks. That's what he does it for a living.
Horseshit,
you guys that do that suck.
I agree.
I mean, you really do. Buy this stuff to enjoy it with friends and family and stuff like that. You people that do that kind of stuff are the reason why secondary market exists and the prices are so dang high, and it's hard for people that genuinely want to enjoy the bourbon. It's hard for them to get a hold of it because of people like you that think you need to make an extra $100 on something.
Well, and then they're the reason
and you
that
ruin the whole experience, and that's not what the bourbon community is all about.
they're the reason these stores are getting a bottle instead of selling at MSRP to me and you. They're charging $350 for it because they know that somebody else is going to do that.
And those stores that do that, I will not spend a dime at that store.
I agree, and I'm not saying it's right, but I understand why they do it. Because there was a buddy of mine at Tahlequah that had a bottle of Thomas H. Handy, and he sold it for $100, and he saw it on Facebook 2 hours after, and it sold for $1,000. So, he charges a little bit. He doesn't do secondary, but he marks them up a little bit more than MSRP. I understand why they do it. I'm not saying I support it, but I get it. I'm not saying it's right. But, when you get burned like that as a small business, it sucks.
No, I agree that it does suck. But if we didn't have that problem in the first place, people being greedy,
100% agree. 100%.
Then they wouldn't. That would also control the prices at the retailer.
100%. So, I back to my review. I really like this bottle. It's not bad. Just sharing it with friends is good. Everybody's like, oh, well, that's Lot B. That's the same juice as Lot B. It's basically Lot B. Well, it's really not. It's the Van Winkle that wasn't good enough to be Lot B, so they bottled it as this. That's the truth. It's still good. I give it a 2.5. I honestly, and you guys are going to murder me for this, and you guys are too. I think Special Reserve is better.
Whoa. All right. So, are you done with yours?
You've definitely drank too much.
Are you done with yours?
I'm done.
I think you're full of crap.
I told you.
Dude.
I told you.
Now, while Special Reserve is decent in its own right, it is not Weller 12 year.
No.
It's not as good as Weller 12 year.
No.
So,
when I can walk into the store and buy it for $40 every day of the week, and it's as good as it is, it beats it. That's just my opinion.
No, man. So knock points off of it for availability. That's your damage against that bottle. But you cannot say that something that does not taste as good as this taste.
I think it does
better.
taste as good.
Oh, you're full of crap. There's no way.
I told you before you were going to murder me on this, and I'm sticking to my guns. You
probably think microwave mac and cheese is good as doing it the old-fashioned way on the stove.
I don't know. I mean, that's a good analogy, but I don't know. I'm just saying. I told you were going to murder me. I'm sticking to my guns. That's the truth. I'm not saying I won't buy it. I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm saying if I had the option to drink that neat and Special Reserve neat, I'm drinking Special Reserve and saving that for people who want to try it at my house. That's the truth.
Bro.
Then I'll trade you straight up a bottle of Special Reserve for that.
I'll give you a handle for it. That's where I'm at with it. It's not comparable to Special Reserve to me. It's so much better. It's on a different level than Special Reserve. Yes, you can find Special Reserve on a whole
different level.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. I that's where I'm at with it. There's no way.
We got to blind them.
We can blind them. That's fine. But I'm telling you, that's not in comparison to Special Reserve.
I think to say it's not a comparison is unfair. I'll respect your opinion that you think
they're comparable, that they're both wheat whiskeys.
I'll respect your opinion that you think it's better. I'll give you that. Whatever. To say they're not comparable and that is on a complete different level, I just disagree with.
It's different.
I'm not saying it's not different. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Oh, that's how it's different. It's that much better.
I disagree.
Is it better than? Well, I mean, our number one is the Weller 107 store pick. No, nah, man.
Yeah,
that 107 blows it out of the water,
I agree.
and it's younger.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's better than Special Reserve.
I wish they proofed it like 110. You know how good it would be.
Well,
I guess that's foolproof, isn't it? What 114 is foolproof? I don't know if it's the same age or not,
but they got a different label for that one.
They do.
No, I can't condescend Weller 12-year in that manner. I mean, you've pretty much ran it through the mud.
No, I respect your opinion.
No, you're comparing it to the bottom shelf Weller.
Yeah.
And it's not that.
I mean, there's a reason it has a screw cap. I'm just saying.
No,
Is there?
it's just because they're cheap.
Yeah. Anyway, where I'm at with it, would you say 2.5?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
It's a middle of the road whiskey for me.
Wow.
Bourbon.
So, payability sucks. Price at MSRP. I think they nailed it. I mean, they knocked it out of the park. MSRP price.
Oh yeah,
It's great. So you can't knock it for that at all. So Weller 12-year for me. It's great. I have no problems with it. Now, if it were available at a higher proof, I agree with you. I think it would probably be better. But it's not watered down to where I don't have any complexities or flavors or anything else. It doesn't taste like it's extremely watered down or anything.
I agree.
So
tighten up.
where I'm at with this, 3.5. 3.5 for me. And just like you, I'm sticking to my guns.
I respect your opinion. I'm not dogging your opinion. What'd you rate the? I know this is a Weather 12 review, but what did you rate the Knob Creek? Was it a 4? The Liquids pick, was it a 4?
Don't get me a line. I don't know.
Because he would, yeah, it was because he was 3.75 because he didn't want to go with the crowd. Me and you were 4s.
Or maybe that was.
Okay, because I was about to call bullshit if it was the same as the Knob Creek, but you're right.
No,
It's
no.
under. It's under. So we're
Oh,
good.
yeah.
So we're good.
I don't remember what I rated that at, but it was higher than this.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Hands down. But they're nowhere close to even being.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not
Go ahead,
disagreeing
Bruce.
with that at all.
What do you think?
Solid 3.25. Price at MSRP is on point. It's a $60-ish bottle at retail. The fact that I've never seen one in a store, so availability draws it down for me. And the actual price that you're going to pay if you find it draws it down for me because you're rarely going to see that MSRP.
I got my bottle at MSRP.
Well,
Kevin got his bottle at MSRP.
well, I mean,
He got his bottle at MSRP.
I've gotten mine at MSRP.
I'm also.
I don't have that one.
So
but
how are you
know what I
knocking
mean.
it down for that one? That's exactly what we've been getting.
Because I've never seen it
Yeah.
in a store ever.
Yeah.
And I've been looking for years.
Yeah. I'm very fortunate to have the connection I did. I was just best friends with a guy that owns a liquor store.
Right. But I like the flavor. It's very good.
Shout out to Joey at the White Liquor.
Yeah. Thanks, Joey. So that's where I'm at.
3.25. So
Yeah.
No, I respect y'all's opinion. I'm not.
no,
not
that's
dogging
fine.
you.
I mean, we're not going to always agree.
Yeah, and that's what makes this show with 3 people so cool.
Yeah,
Because
that means 2 people
I-
are right and 1 person.
I'm
wrong.
not dogging any.
Absolutely.
I'm not dogging any other YouTubers or channels or reviewers, but it's
Right.
one person.
Yeah.
But with us, you get controversy, you get mixed opinions, you get different views, and I just love that.
And I'm not going to
You know.
kick you in the pills for saying it is comparable to a Special Reserve because I think you're smoking crack. But that man, hey, if that's what you think, that's what you think.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of people in the world that want to be wrong, and that's perfectly fine with me. If they want to be wrong, they can be wrong.
So excited for PW to try this.
Special Reserve isn't bad,
So what are we smoking, Bruce?
No, it gets Special
Right.
Reserve gets
But-
shit on way too much.
but this is a couple of steps above it.
I'll
for
respect
it's
that.
another level.
I'll respect
yeah,
that.
Yeah,
I believe.
so-
I believe that. So, I paired. So what I paired with it was a Perdomo Habano Sun Grown. One of my favorite cigars. So the wrapper leaf is aged 6 years before it's put into bourbon barrels for 10 months. So a lot of people go, oh, is it bourbon flavored? No, it's not an infused cigar like an acid or a deadwood or something like that, or even those old maker's marks that you used to get, in the glass tube with the red wax. Those just taste like bourbon. The wrapper aging in those barrels, it just imparts some of those woody, oaky notes and things like that. This one is a Robusto. It's a 5x54. It's Cuban seed, Nicaraguan tobacco. And man, it's just a solid, right in the middle of the road medium cigar. And I think personally, it's pairing pretty well with this pour.
I think you hit the nail on the head. It's a great pairing. The first time I ever had this cigar was at the 906 Buddy Spirits and Cigars event when you guys paired it with that Pendleton.
Yeah.
And I got about 3 seconds into smoking this cigar, and I thought, this is one of my new favorites.
It's been one of mine for a long time.
If I had to have an everyday cigar, and I don't smoke cigars every day, I smoke 2 or 3 a week. Sometimes, special occasions I'll smoke more than that a week, but usually 2 or 3. This would be it. I mean, this is just one of my favorite cigars. I mean, it's so solid. The flavors are good. The burn is great. I haven't had a Perdomo that's bad.
I'm a big fan of Perdomo cigars. Pat Jones, our Perdomo rep, shout out to you, my friend. And Nick Perdomo, you guys make great cigars. The quality and consistency on these cigars is really second to none. I have damaged out 2 in 4 years.
When I have,
and that is crazy when it comes to consistency, because I've damaged out more Opus out of one box than that at one time.
Wow.
So
That hurts me to hear you say.
yeah,
I know it hurts your heart, man, but it's true.
That's kind of kicking the old ego for me too.
It is the truth. Perdomo, you smoke one of these today, you come back to it 5 years later, it's going to be the exact same cigar that you remember.
Well, not that I've introduced a whole lot of people to cigars, but when on my brother's bachelor trip, I have people at work that I've introduced to cigars. And usually I start them out on something sweet because everybody loves it, like a Fat Bottom Betty or something like that. Somebody that doesn't smoke cigars can smoke one of those and like it, right?
Yeah.
But when they finally get to that point, like Austin, who's my cousin, Jeremy, who's sitting over there, all my brother's bachelor guys at the bachelor party, when they say, hey, give me a natural cigar that you like, I took a box of these on the bachelor trip and they were gone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is just...
I did that with a buddy of mine at his wedding. The same reason.
It is so phenomenal. And for, what is it, $10, $8, $9, somewhere in there?
Something like that.
I mean, they're not expensive.
Yeah, the Toros, the Epicure is what Perdomo calls their Toro size. It's $11.
You just can't beat them for the price.
So, short story about Perdomo Sun-Growns real quick.
Short.
There was a drawing going on at Winston's.
Okay.
By X amount of Perdomo cigars, you get entered into this raffle for. It was a humidor that was about yay big, beautiful. It was finished in a sunburst color, and it favors this band on this cigar. It's the same finish on that as Nick Perdomo has on his drum set.
That's badass.
It's awesome.
It's very cool.
It also came with a pair of drumsticks signed by Nick Perdomo. This is a $3,500 humidor. Very nice. I mean, gold handles and humidifiers and trays. The handles on the trays were gold. I mean, all this. It's beautiful.
You've got it socked full of Opus, don't you?
Well, I did. I did. But I purchased a lot of Perdomo Sun-Growns and won that humidor. I was really surprised. I was on paramedic clinicals in ICU when I had missed phone calls and I had messages. Hey, you won the humidor and blah, blah, blah. So it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'm not jealous of that at
It was
all.
a few years ago.
I am a lot.
But I'll tell you, the reason I bought all those Perdomos Sun-Growns is because it's my favorite one of the Perdomos. Now, the Maduro is great, But when I have a choice and I can go in and I see these on the shelf, I'm going to grab one. It's a really easy decision for me to as a go-to if I want a Perdomo. This is where I'm going every time. And Bruce is about the same way. You know, when people come in and they're like, hey, I really want to get started in cigars. Where should I go? Bruce will push them over towards a Connecticut side to get them started on the light side if they want to start on the light side. And he's going to go with a Rocky Vintage 99, or he's going to go with, if they want a little bit more flavor that's not quite where they want to be, they'll go with a Perdomo Champagne.
Actually, I go Perdomo Habano, Connecticut.
And
the only problem is I've been out of them for a while.
Well, I'm just speaking from personal experience.
Well,
the way you did it back in the day.
Yeah, that's true. But I've kind of.
You might have changed nowadays.
I have changed because those Habano Connecticut's are hard to beat for a Connecticut wrapper cigar. And I'm not a Connecticut fan, but I will smoke those and not bat an eye.
Right.
They're excellent cigars.
But, you know, that's the road he took me on years ago when I got started. And several of my friends, he and I have lots of mutual friends.
One or two.
And he threw them same direction.
I mean, the first night we had these, me and my future father-in-law, as I call him, we bought, I think, 20 of these combined.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I mean, and things like that is what we want to impart on people is, man, you don't have to go out and spend $50 on a cigar to get a great cigar. There's lots of great cigars for $12 and under. Well, I mean, the humidor is full of them.
Dude, that Rothschild's Maduro that you brought on here, dude, I went to because I'm just so far away from Winston's and you guys at the lounge. It would be so nice to just be able to pop in here and buy them. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
I went in and I bought 12 of those bad boys at $6 a pop.
Yeah.
And you talk about phenomenal. I mean, for $6, you can't beat them.
Yeah.
I mean, so you don't have, like you said, you don't have to spend 20, 15, 20, 30,
I'll be
40
honest
bucks.
with you. When it comes to, buying expensive cigars, I'd rather have 4 Perdomos than one $40 anything.
Yeah.
To be quite honest with you.
You got 4 times the enjoyment.
Yeah. I mean, they're
for the money. I mean, you get so much more.
They're right in my wheelhouse.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us on this episode. We appreciate it. We've got to get off here. We've spent way too much time. But we hope you enjoy. You hope you enjoy this, and we're trying to provide some education on this stuff as well. Any more questions? Please comment below. Ask, and if you want us to expound or do something different, please let us know. We're open to communication from you guys.
But before we get off here, just do me a favor, everybody. Get on the BSC community page and tell me how wrong I am about this review, please.
Yeah, so go to our BSC page, Buddy Spirits Cigars on Facebook, and then in there will be a pinned post to the Buddy Spirits and Cigars community page. If you'll go in there, we have people posting almost every day, sometimes several times a day, what they're pairing for that day, what they're drinking. They have some certain amount of certain whiskeys at some stores that they found, and they want to share it with the group so everybody can try to go get a bottle. That's what it's for. It's a more personal page, more interactive, and that's what we want as our community. So
please help us beat up Dawson for his ridiculous.
Yeah, it was absolutely horrible.
Bring it. I can take it.
Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Have a good night,
Like,
guys.
comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.